Hello and welcome back. So a couple of years ago I had a job in a safari park. When I applied for the job I thought this is going to be really cool because obviously safari park, job, working there, going to be working with some animals in some sort of way, or even if I'm not, there are going to be animals there and it's going to be really cool. That wasn't quite how the job turned out. So I turned up to the interview and it was a group interview. It's the first group interview I've ever been to actually, and immediately we were told we had to dress up as elves. And that was strange. So we all had to get these elf outfits on. We had to put face paint on like this, and it was an interesting interview. And then obviously I got the job, and this was over the Christmas period, hence dressing up as an elf, hence the Christmas tree, hence this being a video in December, in case you hadn't already kind of got that. But anyway, moving on from all of that, dressing up as the elf, that's a minor thing in the whole detail of this entire story of me working in this job. So working at Safari Park, my first day I turn up, I go to the office, I'm like, hey, I'm ready for work, I'm ready to be an elf, I'm ready to be Santa's elf, what do you want me to do today? They're like, right, today you're photo elf, and they had all these different names, you had like grotto elf, rope elf, photo elf, loads of different elf names. So I was on photos, it's my first day, sent straight to do the photos. When you come out of the Santa's grotto, all the children, they get a free photo. That was my job, apparently. So I go down there. I literally know no one at this place, by the way. I should point out, I've never been here in my life. I don't know anybody, and I'm just there at this grotto dressed as an elf. It's a bit weird. So I rock up. I'm like, hi, I've been sent here. I don't really know what to do. And so they start teaching me about key rings and photos and putting the photos in the key rings and things like that. And I thought, okay, fairly straightforward. You just have to cut it and put it in. It's not too difficult. So I'm getting into the swing of things before everyone starts arriving, and then suddenly someone walks in and is like, all right, Jadon, you'll come with me. I didn't know this person, but I've been told that I'm now going with them. So off we go, like this, actually just walking away out of the grotto, obviously, and go into a van. So my first day, I don't even spend it at the safari park. We go off to 2 different towns in the area, and it then dawned on me pretty quickly that what someone had said to me in the grotto just before I left about, oh, by the way, you're going to be all dressing up as a penguin, that wasn't a joke. I thought they were joking, they were not joking. So we pulled up, he went to pay it in the car park, and then he comes back, opens the side of the van door, and there is a penguin outfit in there. And I'm talking not just like a head or like a little t-shirt, oh no, this is a full-on, in fact, just there's the photo, it's a full-on penguin outfit, and that's me right there in that outfit. So yeah, at this point I was thinking, do I really need this job that badly? Do people really need Christmas presents that much? Well, to be honest, the answer is no, they don't. But having a job was a good step, and I just, why? I was stood there as a penguin, and then not only that, I then had to hand out leaflets for the safari. So hey, come and see Santa, I'm a penguin. And then children started hugging me, and back then I was really awkward around children. And I was just like, yeah, hi, this isn't creepy at all, I'm just a man dressed as a penguin hugging a child in the street. Actually now I've said it like that, that sounds really weird and creepy. Moving on, so that was the first day dressed as a penguin. I never want to do that again, because it actually really hurts your back. So the head is so heavy, and as you can see, quite big, that it really just puts pressure on your back. And so I then said to the staff a couple of days later when they tried to get me to dress up as a lemur, that's no word of a lie, I did actually have to dress up as it for about 10 minutes before I said, look, this is too much because it hurts your back. And they're like, have you got a doctor's note? Well, no, but I'm telling you right now that it hurts my back, and for some reason that didn't quite, I don't know what happened, but they didn't seem to understand that, and they're like, right, well, you need to wear it, and then if it hurts, just come back. So I put it on, walked out for about 10 minutes, came back and was like, yeah, this hurts too much. I mean, it wasn't an all bad job. I did get to help feed the meerkats, and I did help feed the penguins, and I sold the food for them out in the freezing rain. But if we gloss over that bit, being with the meerkats and penguins was quite cool. Being out in the rain, not so cool. Well, technically very cool, but not the good kind of cool. But like I say, it wasn't all bad. I only got called into a meeting once, and I was with someone who was dressed up as something. I don't think it was a lemur this time, but I was taking the photos, and they came over and said to me, right, when you end your shift, you need to come into the office quickly to have a quick chat. And I was thinking, okay, what have I done? Bear in mind, this is like 5 days before the Safari Park closes for winter, for Christmas Day, sorry. So at the end of my shift, I go in and I'm thinking, okay, what's happening? Am I getting a promotion? Have I been that good? Obviously, that was not the case. So I walk in, sit down, they start, see the thing is with meetings, they always start out really nice. They always go, how are you? Are you alright, Jadon? That sort of thing. Any meeting you go to, good or bad, they're always going to start out like, how are you feeling? You know, they're trying to edge you in slowly. They're like dipping their feet almost to just see, are you okay? Which I suppose they probably have to do actually, thinking about it. Like, because if you're really stressed or something, it's probably not appropriate to continue. But anyway, so the meeting, you know, it begins. When I say meeting, it's just me and this lady, and she's at her desk. But she basically, the gist of this meeting was, and it's so ridiculous, and I can't believe that I actually got called in about this, is basically I wasn't smiling enough. That is genuinely the reason that I was pulled into a meeting. She said, I can't remember the exact words she said, but it was about me not smiling enough and that it might upset the children. Well, I remember when I was around the children, I was smiling, but at that moment in time, I was dressed as an elf. I was stood next to someone dressed as something else, possibly a lemur, possibly something else, I can't remember. I was out in the freezing rain taking photos of pretty much no one. I was just stood there pretending to take photos so I looked busy, having a radio on my trousers that I couldn't hear, and then she's telling me I need to smile on top of that. Well, I'm sorry, I don't think I've ruined anyone's Christmas by doing that. I think what ruined Christmas for one child was when they asked me, why haven't you got elf shoes on? Because we had to wear black boots because obviously it's quite icy. I stood there for a second and froze and was kind of like, Santa ran out of stock and he bought that. So, I mean, like, I was obviously interacting with the children. I obviously smiled at the children, but I think that's quite difficult. Like I say, when you're stood there as an elf out in the freezing rain with someone dressed as something else and you're supposed to be taking photos, like, come on. Why am I going to be going like, hey guys, right, there's no one here, but let's just smile and take a photo of nothing. Like, I'm not, that's not. Do you know what? It's in all the history of my job, that's got to be the funniest reason I've ever been, I want to say told off really, that you didn't smile enough. Well, I think smile a lot more now anyway, and I'm a lot more confident than I was, but didn't smile enough. Do you know what? I actually applied for a job there the next season, because that's how it worked. You had to reapply every time, and on my application, you can tell I didn't want the job when you realise what I put in my answers for my application. So it asked obviously loads of different questions, and all my answers were the same. They were like, I worked there previously, and obviously I didn't get the job. But I wasn't, as you can probably guess, I wasn't too disappointed about that. But that is my story of me dressing up as an elf. It's quite embarrassing really, and if I had more money and things, I would have probably bought an elf outfit to do this whole video in. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I can't just be buying loads of props for all these videos, but I think the photos probably do enough justice actually, thinking about it, me as a penguin and me as an elf. Like, I can't believe I'm now putting that out into the complete public. Like, before it was just on my Facebook, now it's gonna be, it's out there now, so that's great. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed this bizarre video, this weird story I had to tell you. Kind of Christmas related, I guess, because I was dressed as an elf and it was around Christmas time. I'm going to try and do some more Christmas videos, so I do hope you guys enjoy these ones. Keep an eye out, there's also one going up on more Jadon, although it's probably out by the time you're watching this. It's my second channel, link is in the description, and that was a little video I did with Benji. Quite a bit of fun, so go check that out, show it some support, and other than that, see you guys next time.